The nights go by, the days just linger.
Here with a true living legend, and yeah, less not anymore. Oh darn!
Oh, now you're
all right, now we're getting revived. Exactly. Oh, and here he is, revived. So it's MiChaeL de BaRReS and MiChaeL H. What's the H for?
For heroin.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah, isn't that
It's
H?
for handsome.
For highs.
Handsome.
Handsome?
Handsome.
It could be for. All right, so that's two.
It could be for anything. It could be a hotel.
Okay, 3 is good. 3 is good.
Oh, we got it.
Heavy.
Heavy.
It's MiChaeL Heavy.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a few right
Got a
there.
lovely setup in here. It's
Yes, this is Otto Shrunken Head. It's one of the best tiki bars on the planet.
Tiki bar?
Tiki.
Oh, tiki.
Yes, tiki bars.
That's what I heard too when she said it.
Yeah, of
Well,
course you
that's because you're men, you know, it goes right to the TT.
do. Okay, so women don't use the word tiki? Is that what you're saying?
Tiki. Did you ever, like, hula hula.
I know the tiki. I go to Disneyland.
Oh, there you go, exactly.
Yeah, that's what this is. Disneyland.
It's
This is not California, let me tell you.
No, it's not. So
And that's not a judgment. Are these Oreos?
yes, because you know why? It's National Oreo Cookie Day
And
today.
you're that? What do you think, I'm an idiot?
No, not at all. You're with MiChaeL H.
That's right.
The hero.
National Oreo Week?
It's National Oreo Day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Today.
just today.
Well,
Then I
that's
got
the
a whole
worst
week.
thing. Let me tell you something. The worst thing, heroin, this is my experience. I'm not sermonizing. In all seriousness, in my experience, the worst thing you can do is eat sugar. Sugar
White
is...
sugar.
Yes, white sugar or, yeah.
Bleak
which I
sugar.
think...
Not brown
Well,
sugar.
initially, Mick and Keith did
But you
call
can't
it
like
white
put food down
That's
your
right.
or
That's right.
anything.
You didn't know that, though, did you?
No, it was called white
Did
sugar.
anybody know that? White sugar is the worst. This reminds me of the men I tried in the 70s.
How many did you have?
Are you kidding? What are you? Didn't you read Pamela's book?
Yeah, I did.
So, didn't you?
And you know what?
That's right.
I
You
didn't
should
want to
just
bring
give
it up,
them
but
an
now
Oreo.
you did.
You should just give them an Oreo.
I read Pamela's book like a long time
She
ago.
wrote it a long time.
And the thing about it that interests me the most is that she kept your name. It reminds me of.
Wouldn't you keep my name if you married me?
Yeah, I probably would, but you know who else?
Rue-de-Bar. That's
You know-
what you do.
yeah,
Do you know if Roseanne Barr married me, she'd be Roseanne Barr de Bar?
That's almost like Spanish in a way, right? So de bar.
Everything's Spanish in LA, darling.
Yeah. So where are you
And
from?
New York.
London.
And where's your last name from?
My last name I got at Trash and Vaudeville on St. Mark's Place.
Nice.
Jimmy.
I love Jimmy.
In the extra large department.
No, it's like a marquee.
Yeah, the name is I have a title, and the Marquis de Bar. It's from 700 years ago, and and I'm very proud of it. At times, I remember when I was at school, because I was educated in these dreadful British boarding schools, which are riddled with hypocrisy and pederasts, and I despise everything to do with the British aristocracy.
Oh, I gotta send you something.
Except for, sure, I'd receive gifts. I love that. But in all seriousness, the British education system is so disgusting. So much so to what has come about with the Catholic Church, in that they've got these boys, they're captive in these schools, and they take advantage of them. I was one of those kids, so it really prepared me for a rock and roll life because of the abuse that you go through, and you're powerless over it. There's nothing you can do about it. Because I was born into this privileged family, so it was a blessing and a curse.
Did you go to Eton?
No, I went to a school called Repton, which is in Yorkshire, which is... Any of you guys seen Wuthering Heights?
Yeah.
Well, it was like a school in the middle of Wuthering Heights. It was so desolate and dark and shadowy and gothic. which I kind of liked, you know. But it was a dangerous place to be. So in terms of my title, was it what?
Were there sisters there?
It was an all boys school. What
Yeah.
were sisters going to
The
do?
nuns.
Yeah. No nuns.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it wasn't
right.
nuns. It wasn't religious. It wasn't a Catholic school.
Oh,
it was a
so it's just
boarding
school.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it's all men. But what I learned was the class system in England is so dangerous and so oppressive. Like in the States, you have the oppression of minorities, which I despise, and I despise the same sort of class system that there is in England, because it's you know, the Downton Abbey thing that you've all seen, I'm sure, that show. Is somebody playing a trumpet, or is that just you in the bathroom?
That was me.
That was you. Interesting digestive system.
It must be all the sugar.
Yeah. Hi, trumpet. So, but anyway, I don't know why I got on this riff, but it's all that sucks. And for the people, I'm a construction worker on the building site of rock and roll.
Yeah. So you're playing tomorrow night in New York City.
I am?
Yeah.
Shh.
I'm coming to the
Yeah.
show.
In many ways, it will come.
Yeah. So you're playing at BaRReS Electric. Is this correct?
BaRReS Electric, absolutely. 10:30. Please come. And
Joey
enjoy
Ramone
yourselves.
plays.
It's a rock and roll band. What it is, I have an album out called Carnaby Street. Carnaby Street was this mythological street in London where you bought all your clothes. So,
Like Jimmy?
don't you love this?
Yeah, I have
And
to
so-
shove it up your mouth because I need you to be loud so we can hear you forever.
Oh, well, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, by the looks of that mic, you want her.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
Oh no, let's continue with the album, shall we?
Okay.
Carnaby's, no, because that was back in the 40s. That's when I sang with Sinatra's band.
I'm very gullible.
No, no.
I believe everything and nothing everybody tells me.
I was in a band called the Four Skins. We were like...
Thank you.
No, we were the first original...
The Four Skins?
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
I'm so kidding.
No,
I
so
have an
gullible.
album out called Carnaby Street, and you can get it at iTunes, Amazon. We're going to play the BaRReS Electric tomorrow night with an incredible bunch of musicians. Michael H. is one of them. Mark Bosch from me and Hunter's band, and Brian Delaney from
Mark
the Doors
Bosch has
band.
been a
Mr. Right
guest.
from Soul Silence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a rocking band. I do advise you to come. And what it is it's a recreation of that music that I grew up with in the late 60s, early 70s. It's blues-driven rock and roll bands like Humble
Painkiller.
Pie.
I
all
love that. I
yeah.
like that song.
Yeah, bluesy rock and roll music with endings that are longer than Justin Bieber's album. You know what I mean? Those big rock and roll endings when you hear those big, and they never. You know, it goes on forever, and I love that. It's rock and roll music. You know, it's not, laptop nonsense.
Yeah, it's real.
Well, it's real. Yeah, I guess. Yes.
Like no lip syncing. Right, exactly. So when did you move to LA?
72.
Yeah?
I moved to LA 72. With me and the Dolls did a tour of California, and I met Miss Pamela, and I fell in love.
Easy to do, right?
Yeah, but not so easy when you're going to be married to somebody else for 3 weeks. I'd been married to an English girl for 3 weeks, who I adored, and I'd been with since I was 16, and she was fantastic, and remains fantastic. And that blues stuff up there's tripping me out of it. And I fell in love with Miss Pamela, and Silverhead was playing, and I was really up, and I came back to England, and Silverhead was a very raucous band. I mean, my first band was Silverhead, glam rock band. Collectively, we weighed 150 pounds. We were strung out on Oreos and many other things. White sugar. And and I met Miss Pamela, and she was like this wonderful, beautiful woman, and I fell in love with her immediately. And she represented everything about America and rock and roll. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
really?
not then. This is a recent addition. The red hair. But it's like when I first came to America, all as English kids, we worshipped the blues, we worshipped Elvis, we worshipped Coca-Cola, we worshipped Marilyn, Elvis, all of it. America. Didn't really worship Janis. I'm talking about American iconic things.
Yeah.
Of course, Janis. I mean,
James Dean.
Yes, that.
Prior to the British invasion, what we call the British
Convertible.
invasion here.
Yeah.
Big cars,
Big cars, big
Yeah.
tuna sandwiches.
hamburgers.
Because you guys kind of gave that back to us.
Well, in a way.
We lost it. We lost
Yeah.
that when Elvis got drafted
Yeah.
and the music died or whatever.
Oh, and then the Beatles
yeah,
came?
and then, right, and we got it back.
Yeah.
With the Yardbirds and the Stones,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we discovered blues guys.
It's interesting that, but that happened in jazz too. I mean, the African American artists that weren't even allowed in a white hotel, went to Paris, and the Europeans went, oh my God, this is brilliant,
I have Josephine Baker's birthday.
That's
so
exactly. Oh, you
I
do?
do.
Awesome.
So
Well, that's
I
what I'm
feel
talking
very
about.
loved.
So it's not an unusual thing that Europeans bring back a culture back to the States. It's
Yeah.
happened throughout musical history, really. But yeah, we love Muddy Waters, and the first thing I did was go to Chicago and met Muddy Waters. I mean, that was my life, and it still is.
So I saw you play at the Hammerstein Ballroom
Yeah.
not too long ago with that little Steven night. Do you remember that night?
No.
Yeah. It was
Yes, it was incredible.
Yeah.
That's all this money for these kids.
so much money, right?
$1 million. we
Now
made.
that happened like minutes before Hurricane Sandy,
Yeah.
and I just
Yeah.
wonder, like, would
It's
that
true.
night have happened after Hurricane Sandy?
Well,
Do you know what I mean? Though,
yeah,
like,
I came back and then did a Sandy.
yes,
a bit.
right.
But that was an amazing night.
That was an incredible
Yes,
night.
and what it is it's Little Kids Rock, which you guys want to
Yeah,
think about, which is an organization which raises money to buy instruments for inner city kids who can't afford instruments, and that's an extremely important issue.
What a lineup!
Little Steve Van Zandt was honored by this organization, and of course because of his relationships with the boss, Springsteen played, Elvis Costello played, Gary U.S. Bonds
You
played.
played
I sang.
Jesse Malin.
Jesse Malin, Darlene Love. It was an amazing.
It was an amazing night.
Yes, it was
Wow,
great.
Darlene Love.
Yeah.
And Steve Van Zandt is an amazing person.
It's obvious.
Because he, like you do, and I applaud you for it, you're waving the flag for rock and roll music.
Thank you.
And that's what Van Zandt does on Sirius, which he's made into an empire. I'm sure you guys have.
Genya is really nice to me.
And he was Silvio.
And he
Yeah,
was Sylvia.
on The Sopranos, exactly.
And now he has a show on Netflix called Lilyhammer, where he plays ostensibly Silvio in a witness protection program in Oslo, Norway.
Ah, do you know anyone in the witness protection?
I do, yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I
can't
know.
tell you.
I know.
Not even for Norio?
Yeah.
Well, what we do, we like to get a skeleton from your closet, and that's when we celebrate whatever the holiday of the day is. Today we don't give out Oreos all the time. It just happens that today is the anniversary of the Oreo cookie. They were invented on March 6th in 1912.
They're Pisces.
They are.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
When's your birthday?
March 19th.
Ah, so you're
Yes.
You're almost a cusp.
Yes.
So, but you're a Pisces.
That's right.
My brother's a Pisces.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy birthday, brother.
Well, his birthday's Friday, actually. Yeah. So happy birthday, Bobby.
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Yeah. And what are
Price
you?
is
What are
right.
you? What sign are you?
I have sugar rice.
Sugar rising. That's it.
That's
it.
brown sugar.
And he's staring at the Oreos. at the same
Yeah.
time.
So it's not like, when did you stop eating sugar? Because you look like, you look like,
Looks like-
the woman's
He
dream.
looks like Otto.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Looks like Otto.
Yeah, it's the only head I like.
Otto.
He's hung like a microphone.
Nice. Talking to it, sorry.
Sing.
So will you share a skeleton from your closet?
He just
All my skeletons have been written.
That's okay. You can
All my skeletons are in books.
Yeah. What books?
What books? Kama Sutra, there's a mention of me.
Okay.
The Bible in the Old Testament, I cropped up in the... You know David and Goliath?
Yes.
That was actually me.
Which one?
I was Goliath.
Okay.
And,
Are you David?
not the cat that made this.
Slingshot.
Ah.
That would be exactly right. That's fantastic. But what's more important is sugar. Forget about it. Don't eat sugar. Kill you. Poison you. Kill you. Make you fat. Make you sad. Middle of the afternoon. You're nodding out.
So what
I
did you
don't do
eat
any of
today?
that. Scarlett Johansson. And some broccoli.
Nice.
No. What I eat today?
Black coffee.
I drink
I
a
love
lot of
black
coffee.
coffee.
I do drink a lot of coffee. What did I eat today? I had a fruit plate, right?
That's right.
At rehearsals, we had strawberries, and I had been bringing in some beautiful food. I ate strawberries, some pineapple, and in terms of protein, I eat a lot of almonds. I eat almonds and blueberries. I eat like a weasel.
And
I eat like a big rodent.
well, it's working.
Well, thank you. I mean, I work out like crazy. I'm up every morning at dawn, and I run, and I lift weights, and and I love it. And I meditate, and I write songs, and I keep my status update, of course.
Well, you're a role model to society. It really is apparent.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I would say is that the one thing that is important to me is enthusiasm and energy. If you do things with enthusiasm and you love what you do, your life will be miraculously wonderful. You will find a great lover. Your band will be great. If you do it with enthusiasm and energy, and you love what you do, this is the be-all and end-all of happiness. It's not about success, ambition, money. None of that means anything. I've had all of it. I've had all of it, and I haven't had all of it. I felt the most positive and most happy when I'm working like you do, day in, day out, presenting new bands, speaking to schmucks like me. I mean, what's wonderful about my life is, what the message that I'm trying to give is connect with one another, let people in, talk to people, love people, respect people. Cynicism is dead.
I agree.
There is no bitterness here. I am absolutely in heaven, I mean, my life is so rich and full. I go from here to Austin, Texas to play South by Southwest, and then I go to Europe, I go to London to make a movie.
So are you going with him all along?
Michael is his own. He's got his own thing. He's an incredible artist and designer.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
My turn. I did, 2 years ago, saw Michael play.
That's the mic.
And we need some gaffer's tape. I loved it. I love the organic kind of side of it. On that 6th Street, if you've been to South by Southwest, it's just a flood of everybody.
I went once.
Everybody and everything, all in one row. And Michael performed out in this place called the Red Horse Ranch. I think that's the thing. Yeah. And it's kind of cool, like the Anarchies. What's that show? The biker show. That's the one. Those guys are hanging out, and all these. It's just everybody in this beautiful kind of convent sort of way, and organic, like I said, and it was just beautiful to see. So I wanted to try to make it last year, and I didn't. It falls on the 19th. Well, not this year, but it's usually my birthday. And last year I turned 50.
Mazel tov.
That's 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks. I still
Well,
got proof at the bar.
Isn't 50 like the new 20 now?
Yeah, I got ID. Yeah.
Right.
You know what? 50 is just. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. When you become 50, it's beautiful. I wouldn't change a thing. But last year I couldn't go because they had a big 50 thing.
Aww.
You never know, I might go down.
I hope so.
I hope so too, That's me.
Nice.
It's an extraordinary thing, though, for you. For the musicians, is that, Jesus, we so many fucking mics around.
I know. We like to juggle them around,
It's great because you can play on the street and people can find you, and it's very important.
Yeah, Avery Allen told me
I
she
love
played
Avery
with
Allen.
you in
She
South
did.
by with
I love
Dava.
her.
Yeah.
Great.
They're good friends.
They're good. They're
Yeah.
good people.
Great musician, great
She's
friend.
amazing.
And she performed that day.
They told me
It's
they
wild.
were
We
like,
did Jumping Jack Flash with these 2 girls that both looked like Joan Jett. It was like some mad sexual fantasy come true.
Yeah, they told me they were like really happy you were coming to visit because they were like, we know Michael.
They're great girls.
They are great girls.
But South by is great. It's so creative, Austin itself, even when it's not South by, is incredibly creative. There's so many wonderful musicians who are there because they love music. They don't want to fuck Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? They don't want a reality show. They want to play music. And when I went down there, like 3 years ago, I had a real bad accident. I broke every, and I went down.
How?
It's a long.
Well, then you're going to have to eat an Oreo.
No, that sucks. That's poison. But I do have a banana in my pants. Hang on.
Will you take a lighter?
I
We have
need a
rew-who lighters.
Isn't it funny now at gigs when you don't
Yeah, that's why we brought them back.
No, they have them on their
Yeah, that's why we
They
have
have
them.
a picture of one on their iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, we want
That's
to
funny.
bring lighters back.
Yeah, but no, it's a wonderful, nurturing, authentic music.
Austin.
Yes.
But
Sounds
you're
good.
also an accomplished actor, also.
Well, my agent thinks so.
I think so. I've seen you.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
So tomorrow night, you're going to be at the BaRReS Electric
I am.
in New York City.
Yes.
And the whole night's going to be cool, right?
Well, I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's a great band, good songs. We rock like crazy. It's a sexy show, and I'll be wearing the most spectacular outfit. And please come. You know, we'd love to see you down there. I intend to come back and play in May and do more of a tour. And this is just one show.
Nice.
But you know, so we'll see you there. Love to see you.
Thank you so much for visiting.
Thank you.
Come back
And
anytime.
congratulations. Let's give her a bit of applause. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Michael.
Michael H.